Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll be talking about Credit Suisse, the Swiss banking company. Please remember to like and subscribe. Now let's get right into it. Fact 1. Started with railways. Did you know that Credit Suisse really started with building the Swiss railway system? That's right. The bank was formed in order to pool money together to finance the Swiss railway system. As you may know, Switzerland is a very mountainous country, and so building the railroads there probably takes way more construction, finances, and labor than a place that's completely flat and easy to build. They likely had to spend significant resources to tunnel through various mountains and also build bridges high or along the ridges. In addition to the railways, Credit Suisse was also created to help electrify Switzerland. It also supported a lot of utilities development in Switzerland to help modernize the Swiss society into the modern age. So therefore, you can say that Credit Suisse was pretty instrumental in the development and modernization of Switzerland and remains as a key driver in how to finance all these public projects in order to advance the society. Alright, let's get into the next fact. Fact 2. Middle Eastern investments. Another interesting part is, being that Credit Suisse is a publicly held bank, a lot of shareholders have interest in that bank. But the largest shareholder at the time of its acquisition was the Saudi Arabia sovereign fund. And also, other Middle Eastern countries contributed to the investment of Credit Suisse, including the Qatari investment funds that are owned by the Qatari national government. It's very interesting that Middle Eastern countries or Middle Eastern governments heavily invested into Credit Suisse, a Swiss bank that really is a global bank but not located anywhere near the Middle East. But since Credit Suisse is catered toward high net worth individuals and sovereign funds, it is likely that Saudi Arabia and Qatar are both large clients of Credit Suisse and probably believed in their product offerings and services so much that they decided to invest heavily into the company. Alright, let's get into the next fact. Fact 3. Banking secrecy. The biggest draw of Swiss banking, and especially Credit Suisse, is the adherence to banking secrecy. Banking secrecy simply means that the transactions between the client and the bank is kept secret. It is not disclosed to government authorities when asked. This used to be the gold standard of Swiss banking, and so people with illegal activities or money to hide generally use Swiss banks to conduct their financial activities and transactions, because the Swiss banking secrecy allows them to avoid the scrutinization of regulators and law enforcement and conduct their business as usual. Credit Suisse was very, very big on that. In fact, Credit Suisse is probably known for banking secrecy and not to disclose information about its clients, what they're doing, the assets they hold, how they got their assets. But generally, it's all behind a black box that no one knows about. And that's what made Credit Suisse so appealing to high net worth individuals worldwide. Cool. Let's get into the next fact. A very controversial bank. Building on the previous section about banking secrecy, one of the biggest problems that Credit Suisse found itself in is the fact that it was doing money laundering and financial services for criminals, human rights violators, basically people that will usually be turned down at normal banks. But because Credit Suisse prides itself on secrecy and safety, these criminals and money launderers were able to use the Credit Suisse banking facilities and services without any problems. And so Credit Suisse became known as a criminals bank, serving high net worth criminals with tailored private banking services. and is not without consequences. In fact, many Credit Suisse employees, traders, financial wealth managers have gone to jail or paid hefty fines for conducting criminal activities, such as servicing sanctioned individuals or providing money laundering services for criminals. The bank itself has paid millions and millions of fines to address these problems. Alright, this is the next and final fact, ended in 2023. In early 2023, at the time of this video, there's a banking crisis going on in the world. The banking crisis is stemmed from the fact that the previous years, due to the pandemic of COVID-19, governments around the world kept the interest rate extremely low. And banks all around the world do what they do every day, which is to buy government treasury. They invested in government treasury bonds just as a normal financial activity. But unfortunately, because the rates were kept so artificially low for so long, and as soon as the world came out of the pandemic in 2023, and the governments around the world started raising their interest rates really quickly, it completely devalued the bank's bond holdings because the interest rose so fast and they're left holding bonds with interest rates very low. And so they're posting huge losses, and Credit Suisse unfortunately was one of them and had to be bought out by UBS in a Swiss government-directed rescue. Alright, that's it for my video today. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.